mind. This is for you. I opened up to Matthew 24 today because all I can think about is the greatest of these is love. And I know it's in here, but anyway, I came to Matthew 24 and I really felt like I should just read it. You know, get me used to hearing my voice. So anyway, we'll see what we get from this. Jesus told them, "Don't let anyone mislead you, for many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am the Messiah.' They will deceive many, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately." Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world, but all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come. So I guess we're birthing, something is being born. Then you will be arrested, persecuted, and worse. You will be hated all over the world because you are my followers. And JT follows JC. He's got a really cool t-shirt right now, and it says, "Jesus said there be haters," and now I see where this comes from. So, and many false prophets will appear and will deceive many people. Now I'm thinking, I haven't heard of too many I guess there's a lot of false prophets, but not ones claiming to be Messiah, I don't think. But there were many back in Jesus' days, so that's interesting. So many false prophets will appear and will deceive many people. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. And the good news about the kingdom will be preached throughout the whole world, so that all the nations will hear it, and then the end will come. There's more to this, but I almost died in childbirth. I mean, it was horrible. And I was dying. And one of the times, seems like it's been a couple now. And anyway, I got home and I admired the door-to-door work some people were doing because it felt like I didn't see anybody else doing that. Go out and share the good news about the kingdom. I mean, people would go to different countries to build houses for other people and give them money, but I mean, door to door, we need to tell our people we're in a really bad world, our area, as far as spiritual goes. Good grief. P. Diddy, all the things. Ugh, just doesn't, even saying that name just felt filthy, anyway. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold, and then the end will come. Yeah, we got that. So the day is coming when you will see what Daniel the prophet spoke about. The sacrilegious objects that causes discretion, object that causes desecration standing in the holy place. Then it says, "Reader, pay attention!" Exclamation mark. This is NIV. It's just easier to read. Then those in Judah must flee to the hills. A person out of the deck of the roof must not go down into the house to pack. A person out in the field must not even return to get a goat. How terrible it will be for the pregnant woman and for nursing mothers in those days. And pray for the flight will not be in the winter of Sabbath, for there will be a greater anguish than any time seen in the world began, and it will never be so great again. In fact, unless the time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive. But it will be shortened for the sake of God's chosen ones. And if anyone tells you, "Look, here is the Messiah," or "There he is," don't believe it, for the false messiahs and false prophets will rise up and perform great signs and wonders, so to deceive, if possible, even God's chosen ones. See, I have warned you about this ahead of time. So if someone tells you, "Look, the Messiah is out in the desert," don't bother to go and look. Or, "Look, he is hiding here." Don't believe it. For if this lightning flashes in the east and shines to the west, so it will be when the Son of Man comes. Just as the gathering of vultures shows there is a carcass nearby, so So these signs indicate that the end is near. Immediately after the anguish of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will give no light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. And then, at last, the sign of the Son of Man is coming will appear in the heavens, and there will be deep mourning among all the peoples of the earth. And they will see the Son of Man coming out of the clouds of heaven with power and glory. And he will send out his angels with the mighty blast of a trumpet. And they will gather his chosen ones from all over the world, from the farthest ends of the earth and the heaven. Now recently I've been seeing shorts about trumpet sounds in the heavens from all over the world. I guess it was a few years back, and now they're hearing them again. So is there a gathering a little at a time, maybe? Now learn a lesson from the fig tree. When its branches bud and its leaves begin to sprout, you know that summer is near. In the same way, when you see all these things, you can know his return is very near, right at the door. I tell you the truth, this generation will not pass away from the scene until all things take place. Heaven and earth will disappear, and my words will never disappear. However, no one knows the day or the hour when these things will happen, not even the angels in the heaven or the Son himself. Only the Father knows. When the Son of Man returns, it will be like it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so am I not understanding the Trinity? As this says, however, no one knows the day or the hour when these things will happen. Not even the angels in heaven or the Son, Jesus himself. Only the Father knows. So maybe I'm misunderstanding the Trinity because I get the idea they are all knowing each other and all that. Maybe I don't know that. Because to me that says right there that they're different. And I always say, John 3:16, I gave my only begotten Son. He didn't give himself. Well, it's like giving yourself, worse really. But anyway. Okay, so when the Son of Man returns, it will be like it was in Noah's day. In those days before the flood, the people were enjoying banquets and parties and weddings right up to the time Noah entered his boat. People didn't realize what was going to happen until the flood came and swept them away. It had never rained before. That is the way it will be when the Son of Man comes. Two will be working together in the field, one will be taken, the other left. Two women will be grinding flour at the mill, one will be taken, the other left. So you too must keep watch, for you don't know what day your Lord is coming. Understand this. If a homeowner knew exactly when a burglar was coming, he would keep watch and not permit his household to be broken into. You also must be ready all the time, for the Son of Man will come when least expected. A faithful, sensible servant is one whom the master can give the responsibility of managing his other household servants and feeding them. If the master returns and finds that the servant has not done a good job, there will be a reward. I tell you the truth, the master will put that servant in charge of all he owns. But what if the servant is evil and thinks, my master won't be back for a while, and he begins beating the other servants, partying, and getting drunk? Now that's the NIV, okay, New International Version. Anyway, and he will cut the servant to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, in the place there will weeping and gnashing of teeth. Oof. My boss could do that. She could. She'd have a problem doing that to us, but I don't know. Who knows? I shouldn't say that. That's judging. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, that was pretty rough. And today I went on to, Google popped up with travel advisory going, they're coming for the Americans. Don't go in crowds. Don't go anywhere that's a crowd right now. Oh boy, I have friends going somewhere this weekend. Family, actually. Do not fear. Let me see here. It's 7. Oh, this morning. I wrote them. Oh my gosh. I hadn't picked up my Bible in a while. So today, I did the 10:9. This is what I opened up to, and that's all got interesting. Acts 10:9, Peter visits Cornelius. We see very clearly that God shows no favoritism. In every nation he accepts those without fear, those with no fear, who fear him and do what is right. This is the message of the good news for the people of Israel, that there is place with God through Jesus Christ, who is Lord of all. John preaching, God anointing, and Jesus of Nazareth with Holy Spirit and with power. Then Jesus went around doing good and healing all those who were oppressed by the devil, for God was with him. 10:43, he is the one all the prophets testified about, saying that everyone who believes in him have their sins forgiven through him. What a gift. Can you imagine putting your child up to the world? God gives you a dream and then you're I have to get you killed, okay? Because, you need to save the world because they're beautiful people. Now, only someone who truly loved the people could do that. So I think if we all don't get together and love one another, instead of hating one another, we're all flesh and blood. It's rough. When you grow up rough without kindness and love, I had love. Kindness was, they had lived a very harsh life, my people that cared for me. And they were hard people. But to think of the life on paradise on earth, with all the beauty, a new earth, a new heavens and a new earth. Revelation. Very first parts, just read, you'll find it. But promises, a new heaven and a new earth. It's going to be ugly someday. And that's someday. Okay? And I know it's kind of telling us to be aware. We can be aware so that we tell people, so we can warn people, so they can have a chance at life everlasting. If they don't know Jesus, they can't choose Jesus. And it's up to me. I have to spread the news. I have to tell people there's the good news of everlasting life. I saw a question in the comments today. Well, they were asking, oh, yeah, I'll do that on tomorrow, because I'm going to have the content because I'm doing this every day, 30 days apparently. So, anyway, if you're interested in what I'm talking about, come back. I'm just going to continue reading on and sharing my daily devotion and what's going on in the news, and see if I can just kind of show where there's hope of an everlasting life, forever, to love. So we need to learn to love here if you want to make it into love in there, okay? That's all I have to say. Alrighty? So, choose the kingdom. This one's falling apart. See you tomorrow.